What's up, y'all? I am your girl, Shiny Sweets. You are in the sweetest place to be. You already know it's the sweet spot, and I'm here with my girl, Big Mally. What's up, mama?
Per the gangster,
I know that's right. I know
the
that's
first
right.
lady.
Gangsta talk all the way. So I've been ever since, let me see, probably about October, I discovered your music. I've been listening to you, and I'm like, yo, how old are you?
I'm 19.
You're doing your thing. Like, to be 19,
Thank you.
you just graduated, am I right?
No, I graduated when I was 16.
You graduated high school when you were 16?
Yeah.
Dang. So how'd you end up graduating? That's I'm just saying, like, some people don't graduate till like they, 18 or
Yeah,
something like
I know.
that.
No, it was crazy because I had ended up graduation. It was crazy because I ended up graduating the same year I got kicked out of school. It was crazy.
Mhm.
But where I'm from, they got these it's set up different. It's like if you get kicked out of school, like they won't make you like be completely done with school, like just sitting at home all day,
Right.
like not doing nothing. They send you to like an alternative school where
Yeah.
like they more strict. They take your phones, metal detectors at the door type shit. Like you can't really do too much, and it's only one computer in there. It's only one teacher in there. Like you can't really leave, you can't do nothing. So I had no choice but to sit
Good
in there
work.
and get
Get
right.
your stuff done. But now you done and you got all this time to focus on your career. It's almost like you got like a early, like you was like you had to go through some things to get out early.
Yeah, it was like I felt like it was like an early birthday present to myself, really, because I told myself I was like, I know the quicker I get, not saying I don't want nobody to rush school, because school is hard, school takes time, school is something that you need. So I don't want nobody to feel like that, they can do what they have to do what I did, because I really wanted to graduate, with some of the people that I came up with. I wanted to, do certain things that I couldn't do because I was, into another life.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say like just skip through school, get through school. It's easy, like just pass. Like like I know, get good grades, get A's, get B's, do good things. But
Mhm.
for me, it was different because school was never really like my speed. Like I was never really good in like math or nothing, no science, no shit. Like the only thing that I was good in was reading because it was easy.
Right.
So I had a lot of. I was not only that. I wasn't dumb. I wasn't a dummy though. Like I mean, I was
Right.
making probably like D's and C's like that, like D's and B's. Like I wasn't retarded. Like I could understand some stuff, but it was like like it was a lot. Like, and especially when you coming into high school, like a lot of people when they first get into high school, they automatically think like, oh, all I gotta do is worry about graduating and getting my credits to graduate. Like, nah, like they gonna throw some stuff at you,
Mm-hmm.
to see if you ready to handle it. And nowadays it's like it was just a lot that I couldn't deal with in that environment. Like racism, I just couldn't deal with that. I
So
couldn't
where you
deal with.
from?
I'm from Henderson, North Carolina, but when I graduated high school, I graduated from a school in Raleigh, North Carolina called Central Wake High School.
Okay. Heard of it.
So, but I had ended
Around
up
the
getting kicked
corner.
out of Millbrook High School. You know where that is?
Yep. I know you went to Millbrook too?
Yeah, that's the school I got kicked out of.
Okay. Look, that's all I'm gonna say. Like that's totally I didn't go to high school down here, but my sisters did. So
Yeah.
had to do a lot of research coming from another state and
Yeah.
and all that stuff like that. They actually went to Sanderson. Sanderson is southeast.
I went there too. That's crazy. I went there too my ninth grade year, and I had got ended up getting kicked out of Sanderson because of a really really bad fight, and it had ended up leading to like some gang stuff. So it got really really bad. I got kicked out. That's when they sent me to Millbrook for like some shit called it was some shit called a second chance program something. So I tried that, and then it was just like Millbrook. No, like nah,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
I can already say that that's not your speed whatsoever.
Nah, not at all, not at all. It was real, real different for me. So
Mm,
it was a lot. I just knew that, and it's plus you got to think like I'm young black female. I'm trying to rap. I'm coming in with all these tattoos. They already know why I got kicked out of my last school. So it's like they looking at you already like a problem. So
right.
I had to show them like like just because I have a few flaws, that don't mean like I can't become who I am. Because now where I am, I'm doing better than a lot of those teachers and a lot of those students. Like, I'm
Mm,
not even trying to say that on a funny, cocky stuff, but I
true,
be
true.
seeing them come to me like,
Mm,
wow, I never thought you could do that, or wow, I didn't even know you was gonna end up doing this, or oh
mm.
my God, I like your music. And these the same people, these the same teachers that used to say like, oh, you ain't gonna be shit. Like,
Yeah.
you might as well just go work at the club, or you might as well just go like, like
And they
so.
forget how does that make you feel, because they forget what they really say when they first meet you and what they insinuate, and then when you make it and they come at you like trying to praise you, like how does that really make you feel?
It makes me feel, honestly, it's funny because it's really funny because it's like, dang, like back then when I was a little girl, like I was a little kid, like you didn't see nothing in me. Like you didn't have no faith in me. Like you was worried about Sarah, Katie, and Sam. Right. You weren't worried about Mally, Malik, and Daquan. You weren't worried about us. So it's like now that we, you know, I ain't trying to be funny because I'm not against working a job. My mama work a job. I got brothers that work. I got sisters that work. I don't like, so obviously it's still some work I need to do if they still working a job. So don't get me misquoted by when I say this, but it's like, now it's like, dang, they still teaching. And it's like, I'm always here and they watching me on their breaks while they teaching. It's like, it's funny because it's like, you used to be the same person that tell me, oh, you might as well just go work at the club, or like, it's just crazy shit. They used to say like, you used to go work the club, or they'll say like, you ain't gonna be shit, only because I wasn't as smart as the other kids. Like, you know, like, cause I wasn't into like, okay, I'm not gonna say I turned in working shit all the time. I ain't do stuff like that. No, I didn't turn in work. I didn't do PowerPoint speeches. I ain't never get in front of the class and talk. Like, I was never that. Like, I was always the one in the back with my headphones in on my phone all the time. I didn't care. Like, if we weren't taking a test or a quiz, I was on my phone. Like, I just didn't, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, and this is not good. This is why I didn't really want to say this at the beginning when I first started talking about school, but I was really much so worried about money in school. I wasn't really worried about school in school. I was worried about how can I make money from coming here every day? Y'all gonna come here. No, go ahead, say what you about to say.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot.
No, you're okay because that's your truth. And honestly, so I'm gonna give you a little backstory on the Sweet Spot. So I'm not your typical, you know, interviewer that's trying to be like, oh yeah, you had charges, like, yo, what's up? I want to see, you know, what you know,
oh yeah, for sure.
gangster you is or whatever like that. Like, here in the Sweet Spot, I definitely want to talk about things like this because it's important that people hear you being in a place that you are in, talk about it, reflect on it, and give an alternative, but at the same time still speak the reality of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Still call out, not calling anybody specifically, but at least calling out, you know, what you experienced. And it's funny that you said that because last year they had a panel discussion about the education system in Raleigh and how they come harder on the Black little girls than they do the white little girls, and how it's not fair. You're a grown white man or a grown white woman and you're a teacher, you're a professional, but you coming at a 10-year-old Black child because they Black, not ignoring the fact that they're a child, you know.
And then it's like, girl, it's and it's you right, like, you know, you 100% right. It's younger than me. You gotta think, I'm telling you these stories and I'm only like, what, 14, 15, 16 at the time. I'm 19 now. I have a younger sister, she's 13. I'm talking about, I'm a junior, sophomore. When I'm at home, I'm seeing her go to school. She coming back. She like, I don't like that school. I'm like, damn, girl, you in middle school? Like, you just got there. Like, what you mean? Like, they racist. I'm like, what? They racist? She like, race? I said, I'm in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is my little sister. Like, how does she even know what racism is right now? Like, she should know, but it's like, it's crazy because like, she just got to middle school. You know, she just came from 5th grade. She just now entering 6th grade. And it's like, damn, like, don't, you know, it's been plenty of times my mom had to stop me from going up to the school because, you know, I don't like that. I don't, and that's my little sister. And it's like, I've been through that, you know, and you're not about to play with her like you play with me. That's just how I feel. And it's like, but sometimes it's like, that's what they want. And you can't feed into, they like to see us. Now I'm gonna just keep it real. They like to see us out of character. They like to see us loud. They like to see us screaming just so they can give us that derogatory name that they always been wanting to say, which is nigga or nigger, however you want to say it. But I'm learning, like, as I got older as a grown woman, because me personally, and from my team and my family, the people around me, they often tell me that I'm nothing like the average 19-year-old. They always tell me that. They always tell me like, my head is surpassed that. Like, they always say I'm more mature. So I see things very differently. I feel like me being a grown woman, like, I didn't have my racial encounters with school, stores, everywhere. You know, video shoots, directors, studios. It's been times I done came in the studio, even now as a grown woman, I'm 19 years old. It's been times I done went to a studio in LA, in Miami, and the engineer just looking like, who the fuck is she? Like, what is she doing in here? Like, and you got to think, since I'm signed, my label, they can provide these nice luxury studios, you know, like these nice big roomy studios. Like me, when I'm at home, I record in my house, or I go record like with one of my friends, like, cause I'm just used to that.
Right.
You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm just used to that. Like, but when the label had me doing certain things, I be feeling that. Like, I feel like sometimes I go in like, I went to Paramount Studios one time, in LA, and the engineer was white, and it was a girl. I was surprised because I'd never seen a girl engineer before. That's so cool. You know, I'm just talking to her. I'm like, so dang, like, that's real cool. Like, I've never seen a girl like engineer music. Like, it's always dudes, like, you know, male dominated, like working at the keyboard, getting your sound right, mixing, mastering. I'm just talking to her, and she white. So she's like, yeah, like, I've been doing this for a minute, and da 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 da. And she's like, so how long have you been rapping? I was like, well, I've been rapping since I was like 15, 14, you know, a long time. She was like, oh, really? So like, was the club hard or whatever? I'm like, what you mean? She's like, you used to perform in the club, right? I'm like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean I used to perform in the club? She's like, you're an artist. I'm like, I really knew what she was trying to say, though. She was trying to say, like, yeah, she just didn't want to say, like, were you a stripper before you was rapping type? She didn't want to say that. Like, she was trying to beat around the bush, like, are you still doing club appearances, like, as this artist type shit? She was trying to cover it up, but I seen what she was getting at. So I was just like, you know, it's just things like that. Like, it can happen anywhere, any age, anytime. And now that I'm a grown woman and I see that, it's like, I have to protect me and the people around me from that, because I have a lot of stuff to lose, and I really don't want. Let me watch how I say this, because I'm not racist, y'all. I'm really not. I don't have nothing against white people. I don't have nothing against Hispanics, anything. I don't have nothing against Black people. But if we're being real, like, at this time, the world is making us go into this racial war where it's like we have to instantly have our guard up against a person that's not the same color as us.
Right.
So it's just like,
it's natural to want to protect that. You know what I'm saying? You're
not like
so it's natural, and you good. Don't worry about it. You're good. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep protecting yourself, and keep having that positive attitude. Because no matter what color anybody is, if they coming for you, they coming for you. It could be your homie. It could be a Black chick from down the street.
Yes.
It could be a Spanish girl from a new country. It could be your family. So don't ever feel like, you know, you feel some type of way trying to say something. Like, no, you have to protect yourself. And I know you have siblings. You got how many siblings do you have?
I have, on my mama's side, I have one brother and I have one little sister. And on my dad's side, I have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. So big family. So you got brothers, okay?
And I got brothers.
Okay, I relate to your music so much because I have 4 brothers. Actually, I have 5 brothers. I have all of them on my dad's side. One of my oldest brother, he's actually my sister's brother, but that's my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Period. Yeah, that's how I am with one of my brothers. One of my brothers, he's actually my brother's brother, but that's my brother. Period.
Yeah, that's my brother. Period. But and my uncle is actually a year older than me. That's like my best friend. So like when I was 14, I met my uncle like. He a year older than me. That ain't my uncle. I'm not calling that ain't my uncle. I'm like, what is my brother? So me and him got a really, really close bond. And my mom's from New York. So that tomboyish type of thing is like almost like, you know, a guy's girl type of thing. Like you be around your brothers, you be around the bros, you know, put their, you know, mannerisms, how they think, how they get the money. So I can hear that in your music. How are you like, you're a grown woman now. You got to get away from being like the boys. So how are you like transitioning into that?
Well, I really been like, I'm glad you asked that, because a lot of people see me trying to transition and they don't really understand it. So I'm glad you said that. So now I can explain it. So basically, like you said, I grew up with a lot of boys. My dad had passed away before I was born, and it's crazy because it's my first time opening up talking about this.
Okay.
So my dad had actually ended up passing away a little bit, and before I was born, so my brothers and my sister all knew who he was. I didn't know him, like, because I was born 5 months after he passed, so I didn't really know my dad. I didn't have like, you know, a conversation, connection, nothing like that. But I still feel him. You know, like we still talk. You know.
I get so you. My granddad just passed.
Growing up,
I know him. He's still
here. Yeah. So growing up, I'm from Henderson. So growing up, as a kid in middle school, I was always in Henderson all my life. And I had never met my brothers. I actually didn't meet my brothers until I was 15 years old in high school for the first time. And one of them had hit me up on Facebook like, yeah, you're my sister. We got the same daddy. This my mom. This, da, da, da. And I'm just looking. I'm calling my mama like, who is this? Like, who is this little boy? Like, his mama. Like, and Henderson is very, very small. So I knew my mama would know once I told her. Like, once I gave her names, like, I already knew she was gonna be able to tell me because she was very popular down there. So my mom was like, she was shocked because as a mom, she's like, oh God, like I wasn't ready. Like she wasn't ready. Like so, she's like, oh, now I gotta tell her like, she got more people, like more brothers and stuff like that. So she came and got me because I was at work at the time. I was working since I was 13. I was working at the nursing home. So she came and got me, and she was like, she just broke down. She was like, yeah, they want to meet you. It's been so long. They know who you are. They heard about you, this, that, and the third. But none of my brothers was close. Like they all had their own thing going on. So when she kept saying I'm thinking all of them like stay with one person. One they got the same mom type stuff like that was really different. Like my dad, like rest his soul, my daddy was a hoe. So
okay, daddy was out here rolling. Daddy was rolling. He was making sure he left the stars.
We talk about that all the time.
He left the stars down.
So my daddy, he was doing his little thing. So I have my brothers, like two of my brothers have the same mom. One of my brothers don't. My sister, she has a separate mom. My last brother, he has another mom. And I told you my other brothers on my mom's side. So I always grew up with that brother. We mad close. We real close. We talk every day. So my other brothers, once I had met them, when she came and got me, she told me. And the next day I had actually went back home to my hometown, Henderson. And I had met my first brother, Nasir, for the first time. And that was like my twin because he was born like 2 years after me. 2 years before me. I'm sorry. He was born like 2 years before me because all my brothers older than me and my sister too. Okay. I'm the youngest. I'm the baby on my daddy's side. So he was born like 2 years before me. So we was the closest, like he was like my twin. And we look alike. We look real, real close, like we look like twins. So we was real cool. And then I had ended up meeting my other brother, Kavon, like a couple weeks later. Because they all live in Henderson, which is crazy. And they all knew that I was their sister, but I felt like they parents and my mom had a conversation like, we're not finna do this until everybody's ready and of age, until they can understand what happened, what's going on. Even though my brothers and my sister knew my dad before me, they try to tell me certain things, but some of them, they were just as young as me. They were like 3, 4, they were past, like, 1, 2. So they can only tell me a little bit. So we all have that one connection where we really don't know anything about him. Like we was young, or they were young, and I was still in the stomach. So but aside from that, I will say that right there is helping me transition because going up around my brothers after I did meet them and being around, because I had my brother that lived with my mom. I had always been growing up with him my whole life, but I had boy cousins that I would be around a lot, and they were the ones who would like. And then I had friends, I was in school, so I had boyfriend. I was a tom girl. I was never a girl that used to hang around a lot of girls. Like you can ask my mom. I've never had a lot of girl best friends. So I was always with boys, period. Like that was just my thing. Like you said, like a tomboy girl type thing. Like, and my mom from New York as well. She's from Queens. Like, so,
it's something about the mom that's from up there. Like,
yeah, for sure.
They be like, look, my mom's doing all this with these females out here. I'm a hustler, I want my money, and they like the big clothes, the hats, like
my mom. Yeah, that's my mom all the way. She don't wear heels and none of that. She wear like boots, sneakers, cute sweatsuits. Like she gotta get girly, she will. Like so that right there, my father, me finally. I don't feel like I will ever, because to this day I've never even seen my father's gravesite. So I don't feel like I'll ever come to a closure with that, because that's where a lot of my anger stems from. That things I've been through. I had ended up joining certain families when I was younger, like, just thinking people were my real family when they weren't, like just things. So I feel like coming to I feel like just coming into coming to myself and making peace with the fact that this is how you grew up and this is where you don't want to be. And my, like, honestly, like, it's really my father. Like, my father is the one who's really like telling me, like, you know, just chill, like, be, just try something new, like, be a girl, be yourself. You don't have to be so angry all the time. Let everything go. You know, like,
you're so pretty. You got like
that,
a positive heart. You have like a great energy. I can feel it just through us talking now. So I completely understand how you feeling. And I see you going super, super far. I mean, I was watching you, watching your video with Asian Doll, and she just went through something super, super, you know, devastating right there. And
of course,
if people come together, like always pay attention who's put around you and why they put around you. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times people call out negative things. A lot of times people call out, oh, they a hater, this and that, but they never acknowledge the people that's like blessings or angels that just cross your path.
yeah.
So definitely, like, you could link in with, you gotta think about the people you done linked with. You link with the baby, Asian Doll, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us have these same stories, but we still have that connection to whoever then, you know, passed on to keep going, keep grinding. And your music definitely is gonna reflect everything that you done been through, but take you to the next level. Like you had to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. I definitely, of course, and Asian, she real, my condolences, of course. We talked already, but so she know, but me and Asian, when we connected was we just, honestly, it was really like people kept saying we look alike. Like people just kept like when I get dressed up and stuff, they always be like, yo, you could be $18. Well, sister, you like it's not. So one day she had commented on my stuff and was like, twin. I was like, I'm thinking it's a fan page. I'm like, did she? So she DM'd me. She was like, you so hard. You remind me of me when I was younger, this, that, and the third. And so I was in where was I at? Oh, I was in North Carolina actually, and she had a show, and she wanted me to open up for her show, and then I had went out there to Chapel Hill, and I had did it, and we had ended up. She needed a studio, so we had ended up coming back to Raleigh so she could record because that was the only because I didn't know no studios in Chapel Hill. I had told her, you know, where I'm at, the area, I just know a few. In Henderson, we don't have no studios. So everybody in Henderson come to Raleigh to record. So that's the only thing I could, you know, offer her. So I was telling her, you know, like I got this guy, his name OJ, he owns the studio, and this where it's at. So she pulled up and she was like, yeah, let's make some, let's do a song. So I was like, all right, come on, let's do a song. So we did it. We did 2 songs actually in that one night. And that's when we had like 2 weeks later, I had went to Atlanta and I ended up shooting a video. It was the Block Freestyle, the very, very first song we had ever did together. And while I had met her, well, we was in the studio before I went to Atlanta. We was just talking and she was just like, yeah, gang, like, you so hard. Like, you really remind me of myself. And I'm just like, no, like, I feel you. Like, and we connected with the different things, like her mom, and like, she was telling me about her relationship with her mom, and I was telling her about mine, and it just relates. Like, and she was telling me, like, you know, her father, like, she never knew him. And I'm telling her, like, I never knew mine. Like, you know, like, we just connected on a lot of different things. And then, like, we affiliate ourselves with some of the same people. So it was plenty of times that we could have met before, but it was just like, you know, perfect timing, I guess, like type stuff. And that ever since then, it's been history. We've been real cool. We've been close.
So somebody actually commented under y'all video and was like, so y'all gonna do a whole album together? Like, what's up? Like,
we talked about it. We talked about it. Hell yeah, we talked about it. We want to. We know it's gonna be hard if we do it. We just wanna and I agree with her also. Cause she know, you know, she's been in the business a little longer than me, and I never discredit people. Like, if anybody has been in this game longer than me, I will give you that you know more than I do. I will give you that. So, and you've been through more. So, it's not that we don't want to do it. It's just my team, you know, her team feel like, you know, we gotta turn Mally up just a little bit more, you know, just so we can. So everything can go as planned. That's all.
We're doing it right now. Next thing,
it's happening. It's in the works.
Next time I interview, we're gonna be talking about the whole album that you and Asian did together. So it's in the works, for sure. Now, right now, you got out the Big Tape. Okay, you're not putting out, you're not letting up off nobody's necks because you put your album out last year. You had all your singles, all that.
I put out 3 albums last year.
You put out 3 albums last year.
Yeah, I dropped my first album, First Lady.
Okay.
In March.
Right.
That was just only had one feature on that with Black Zach.
Okay.
And I had the second album, Gangsta Talk, which had Rich the Kid, Asian Doll, Black Zach, The Baby. Yeah. And then I had just dropped the big tape. Yeah, just the big tape. So I had dropped 2 albums, 1 mixtape. So the big tape was a mixtape.
Right. And it got about what? 6 songs on there, 7 songs on the big tape?
Yeah, so 7 songs are just straight remixes of me bodying people's shit.
Right. What's Cracking just dropped, just released. So with the visuals and everything.
That's my favorite song.
I can tell like that's the one, obviously the one that's being pushed, you know, right now. You got Practice. You did Practice as well.
Oh yeah.
You did Pussy Talk as well. So you definitely are taking the right steps to, you know, putting out your 2 albums, then coming with a mixtape, not letting up. What's next? Are you just gonna be doing visuals? I mean, it's 2021, so
well, I really don't want to say too much because I do got some surprises in store, but I would, since it is an interview, you know, you gotta elaborate. I'm gonna tell y'all a little stuff. So, of course, in January, I do plan on dropping a couple more visuals. I will say, pay attention to the videos that I drop in January because they might appear on another project a couple months after that.
Okay.
So I might just be giving y'all a little sneak peek on my next album. I'm not gonna tell y'all the name yet, but it is dropping very soon at the top of the year.
Okay, first quarter vibes.
Yeah, period. First quarter, we in here. And I got so yeah, I do got a lot of visuals in the cut. Unfortunately, my cameraman, he's dealing with some personal things right now. So he's still on the team, of course. He's never getting replaced, but I'm just gonna let him, you know, rest and get his thoughts together. You know, people are human, they go through things. So I'm gonna let him, you know, get right. But thank God we was able to shoot a good amount of videos before, you know, this happened. So we got some stuff in the cut for y'all that's gonna be out pretty soon. You know, he's just resting, you know, getting his mind back right. And then we're gonna be back full-fledged in the game. So I just want y'all to just keep paying attention, keep supporting me, keep watching, and it really helps me when y'all tell me how much y'all support me, how much y'all love me, how much y'all really want to see me win, because I don't get that even from a lot of people in my inner circle, other than like, you know, my boyfriend, my brother, my mom, like y'all, other than them, like
boyfriend, super cute.
Thank you.
That's yeah. I was like, look at y'all. I mean, look at her. I didn't know you have when I was like, I didn't even know, but that showed me that you were doing that transition. I'm like, oh, she said she's
that's what, and that's another thing. I want people to see that, like, I want people to see, like, yo, like, just because I go so hard, like, yeah, you're not gonna play with me. Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna say too much because I'm just not, but you're not gonna play with me. We just gonna leave it at that. And people know that. Like, people know I get a lot of respect behind closed doors. I get a lot of respect in the industry because of how I carry myself, because I don't talk about certain things, because I don't put out this certain image of being this, that, and the third. I get a lot of respect from a lot of producers, male artists. I get a lot of respect from people that own labels. Like, so when I had came out with my boyfriend, everybody was like, what? Like, you so gangster, but you got this man and this and that. But it's like, my boyfriend, people don't understand, he really keeps me grounded, you know, like he really keeps me like together. So he helps me he helped me calm down a lot. Even though when I first met him, he was a hothead too. He a gangster too. Don't get him confused. He a gangster too. Like, you know, you're not gonna play with him either. But like, it's like we was able to help each other, calm each other down, like see the bigger picture of things. Like, we both got stuff to lose, you know, let's just, you know, we just about to build this bread, make this money. We gon' and show people, like, you know, it's possible. Like, I can still be happy, be in love, be with the person I'm with, and be successful. Like, I don't have to, like, and that's another thing. I want that people to see that that's coming in a part of my transition. Like, just because I'm so hard and against it, that don't mean I don't have a life, y'all. Like, I do want to feel loved. I do want to be, you know, told I'm pretty, I love you, and all this stuff. Like, my man, he just helps me. He helps me stay grounded. He helps me calm down. He teaches me a lot. He teaches me, like, and he a man, so he keep it real, like, sometimes like
okay, well, he a man, let that be
I just
known.
playing. He keep it real all the time, but he just he let me know, like, you know, like, babe, I don't think you should do that, or
Right.
babe, that ain't it, or
What's your best
babe,
interest?
maybe you should do this.
I feel it. I feel it. I really like that. I really
And plus,
like
he my number one supporter. He never stops supporting me, no matter what. No matter we could get in the biggest argument, the biggest fight, he's still gonna support my music. He's still gonna, you know, I just love him so much.
That's good. And that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, I might have something coming up for Valentine's Day. I might have to get both of y'all on camera and get y'all, you know, do a little something. Cause I mean, it's important that we show our community young love, bossed up love. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely with it. We starting a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So, cause we funny, yo. We funny as fuck. So we started YouTube.
I bet y'all probably doing some gangster stuff in that house.
Yo, like, and that's another thing. That's why we so scared to put the content out, because we don't know if it's too gangster for the internet. Like,
well, look, hit me up, let me know, because you know when it comes to content and all that stuff, I'm a multimedia journalist, so I do a little bit.
I got you, no cap, and we could really use somebody like you on our team to help us, you know, coach us, help us understand what we need to put out, what we don't need to put out, you know, like.
Yeah, because it's important. It's important. You don't never want to put anything out that's going to harm you. I mean, you put out things, you know, it is the industry, you know, your team will, you know, ask you to put out certain things. When y'all
because I had to tell them, like, you know, babe, like, even though I do music, like, the YouTube is different from the music. Like, we got to worry about a camera all the time. Like, so we can't be doing everything we do all the time. Like,
YouTube definitely monitor, like, you know, cursing.
Definitely, yeah. And they monitor that. And that's nothing I got to work on. That's just me, though, being a girl, being a black little girl. Like, cursing, that's just, you know.
You grew up, like, you want to get older to do that. You want to get older to curse. Like, what?
Yeah.
But, yeah, that is something that we definitely have to work on, because a lot of times, especially it's in your music, it's in your culture, so you got to know how to turn it on behind the mic and turn it off time. So I definitely understand that. Now, you told me that What's Cracking was your favorite song that you just did. But what's like your favorite project? I'll let the people know, like, your favorite project that you done put out so far out of all 3 projects.
It's Gangsta Talk, because I feel like just in that album I showed so much growth and so much diversity, so much versatility, because my first album, First Lady, was just straight gangster talk, like gang shit, no love songs, none of that. Like, it was just straight, like where the Glocks at, you know, like it was just straight, yeah. So I felt like when I was putting together Gangsta Talk album, I just felt like, you know, like, it's time to talk about something. You know, I'm tired of talking about stuff that you know, like teenager shit. I'm tired of talking about stuff we do as kids. I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of talking about beef. I'm tired of talking about all that. I want to talk about stuff that I want. I want to talk about money. I want to talk about artists. I want to talk about real life situations. Not saying nothing I ever said hasn't been a real life situation, but I'm not going to say that.
Right. But
like, I want to talk about, like, if I just left the Alexander McQueen store, I'm finna put that in a song. Like, yeah, I just went and bought these, like, type shit. And that's what I've been doing lately. Like, it's just been more so off of what happened in the moment. Like, if I go to the studio tonight, I'm gonna talk about everything I did today. I'm not finna talk about something, you know, it's just, and I feel like that's why I showed a lot of growth, because not only when I had started doing that, I've seen that I was slowing down more. People could understand what I was saying more. I seen that the beats that I was getting was better, like some hits. People were sending me better beats. Like, I'm like, yo, like,
you building your
that album really helped me, because now people see that I'm just not against, you know, I can get on anything. I can rap on anything. I mean, you know, on Gangsta Talk, I had love songs, dancing songs, turn up gang songs, just chilling songs. Like, so I felt like that was the album for me to show people. And then you got to think, anybody that know me personally, they know I'm not real big on being in everybody's face. So it take a lot to get me to work with another artist, like, if we haven't already spoken before. But thank God, everybody that I had on Gangsta Talk, I had a relationship with them even before I even signed a deal, before I was even Big Mally. They knew me. We was friends. We was close. Like, even Asian, like, she knew who I was before I signed. Rich knew who I was before I signed. Zach knew. Baby knew who I was too, but me and Baby didn't really have a real conversation until I did get signed, and a couple months later, he had added me to the Kirk tour, and we had started doing more shows together, and we had started getting to know each other, you know, talking and stuff. So
now speaking
I
of
just
touring,
I felt like adding them on helped me too, because they versatile also. Like, and I was able to get them all on some different records. Like, you know, I got Rich on the Love song, I got Zach on the Turnt song, I got Asian on the Gangster song, I got Baby on the Chill song, you know, just chill and smoke type shit. So it was just, I felt like I could show people what I could do by myself and working with others. Like, it was that was the proof album for me. Like, that was the album to secure my spot. And that's why I take so much pride in it, because that was my baby. That was really my, like, I worked hard on that project. And plus, I don't know nobody else putting out 3 projects.
I mean, you put out 3 projects.
So.
Your project, you just named everybody that's on your second project. Some people be out for 4 years, 3 years, you know, and they don't even get at least 1 or 2 of those type of people on a song, let alone one project. So I definitely commend you for that. What about touring? I know, like, 2021, we don't really know how things gonna go, but I'm pretty sure it's being talked about a little bit. I hope so, because I want to see you back in Raleigh.
Me too, sis. I definitely miss touring. It was so fun. I got to see, you know, like, and plus, people don't know, like, when we used to do these shows, like, with each other, we actually did talk to each other, you know, like, behind the scenes. Like, our dressing rooms are right beside each other, literally. Like, it's Big Mally, the baby, you know, Stunner, Zach, like, 2C, our dressing rooms are right beside each other. So you got to think, we perform at arenas, concerts. These not clubs. So we constantly walking past each other, because we can't get on stage yet, you know, like, you got the whole production team running around, you know, makeup, stage manager, everybody just running around. You good? You need this, you that, you that. Da, da, da. So it was very overwhelming. I will say that, very overwhelming. A lot of people. The production team, we have a great production team. Like, shout out to Drew. He really makes sure all our shows come together really, really nicely.
That's a big job.
Definitely,
big job.
Yeah, shout out to Drew. He really makes things easy for us. So I want to give a big shout out to him. When we do shows, he makes sure everybody is comfortable, everybody's good, everybody has their people around them. No, everybody has security. Like, he makes sure everything is 100%. So shout out to Big Drew. That's my guy. Shout out to him. So I definitely, he made touring fun too. Like, just joking around, you know, just playing. Like, we really are. Like, I don't want people to think just because they don't see us with each other that we don't talk. And I'm an honest person. I don't talk to everybody on my label every day. I will tell you that. Only people that I really can say that I talk to that is like, you know, every day is Zach. Like, that's my bro. And that's only because we had a relationship before this. Like, he knew who I was. We just real tight. We real close. That's my bro. Like, we call each other about any little thing. Like, if I need help, I call him. He need help, he call me. Like, that's just how he is. Like, we real, like, we look at each other like we came from the same mom. Like, we call each other twin and everything. Like, it's just like, we just get close. Like,
you got your brother that look like you got Asian, you got Zach.
Yeah, like everybody, I got twins everywhere, man. I don't know, like, but I don't know, like, I got twins everywhere.
You got somebody to relate to. You know that they're gonna be there to protect you. You're gonna be there to protect.
Yes, for sure. And Zach definitely, he was in, you know, he was in the game before me, so he definitely keeps it real with me. He definitely tell me everything I need to know. He tell me everything I need to look out for. I'm not saying, you know, 2C doesn't, Baby doesn't, all of them don't, because 2C has gave me some good advice, coming up. Flip, him and Flip, and you know, to me and 2C, we was rocking in the same area for a while before we both blew up. So we, of course, we knew who each other was, but when he signed before me, so he had got signed a year before me, and because I had just met 2C after I had got kicked out of the school or whatever. After I had graduated, I had just met him through his manager Flip, because his Flip was working with this guy that I knew named Pocket that owned the studio that I was going to in Raleigh at the time. And the Flip guy had came in there. He was like, yo, who was this? She's mad hard. I want her to get a song. Well, my artist is then the third. And at the time, you know, I'm just starting out. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's work. Like, you know, I ain't care about money or nothing. I just wanted to rap. So I'm like, come on, let's do it. So and then a couple of weeks later, he had brought 2C in there. We still didn't make no song, but he had brought 2C in there, and he was real cool. I had met him. I think he had told me he was from New York and stuff like that. We was just talking, and then he had signed a couple months later, and then a year after that, I had got signed too. So
look, now it's gonna happen because I think that'll be another good mashup. You and Toosii, you know, he been heavy in the Carolinas for sure.
For sure. He just I fuck with Toot. Don't get me wrong. He supporting me like that's. I support him like we good too. Like, and of course, like, you know, we SCMG, like that's the team, like that's the family. So, you know, by any means, like, you come for Toot, you come for us, you come for Zach, you come for us, you come for that. Right. But it's just Tootsie. He know how I feel. I tell him, man, you got too many girls, man. You got too many girls, man.
Everybody wants some Tootsie, okay? Like, I'm talking about, like I said,
it's not like that because I got a man. You know.
Yeah, I get it. But no, I get it. Like, it's like being around.
Yeah, being around, like, it's too much.
Yeah. You trying to get him when it's just like, yo, like, it's just me and you in the studio. Like, what's up? Like, it's just gonna be.
Nah. It's been times like we done did shows where it's just been me and Tootsie. Like, he have all the extra, like, and he real cool. Like, me and Tootsie didn't talk before. Like, I told you, he real cool. It's just we don't talk every day, but it ain't no problems. Like, I don't have a problem with baby either. We talk every other day. Like. But not every day. It's a lot. People got a lot going on right now. So I can understand it. Like, you know, like it's a pandemic, you know, people trying to make money, people trying to get back right. People still trying to make hits off streams now. Because now it's all about the streams. Like, nobody cares about the concerts. Now it's all about the streams. So I feel that I'm definitely not against it. I love everybody on my label. We a family. I support everybody 100%.
That's what's up.
And I just hope we can all, hopefully this year, we can all get back on the road together and just do everything we used to do.
Turn up, okay? Like, come shut Raleigh down, because Raleigh is definitely the place.
Yeah, we come in. Sure.
So definitely shutting it down. I've had a great time talking to you. Like, I'm glad.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You got to open up about some things. You know?
I'm glad. No, because you're the first interviewer, and when I tell you this, I don't want you to feel like no type of way. But normally, when I do interviews, I always tell Craig or Garrett, I always tell them, Carter, I always say, do not let them ask me about my dad, my brothers, no Crip shit, because it's really sentimental for me. You're the first interviewer that I ever opened up and told what happened to my father.
I appreciate.
You're the first one. Yes. No, on my dead little brother, I have he passed away. His name was Jalen.
He was I have a brother named Jalen. I have a brother named.
He passed away when he was 8 years old.
Okay.
So.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. I just want you to know that I really had a really good time talking to you. I really feel you, your spirit. Like, I couldn't open up to nobody else how I opened up to you. You really make me feel comfortable. Don't make me cry. No, please don't cry. But you make me feel really comfortable. So
okay. I'm glad I was able to do that. That's a part of being in the sweet spot. That would make me so much different than anybody else. You're not gonna get these vibes from anybody. And this is what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to get to know you. It's all about the music. Of course, it's always going to be about the music. But at the same time, getting to know somebody and knowing what goes into the music is what's most important, and making them feel comfortable. I'm glad I was able to make you feel comfortable.
Yes, me too, girl.
And it's just going to go up for you. I already know it's going to go up for
Thank you.
And you don't have nothing to worry about. Just stay protected, like you said. Don't ever, that right there was like one of the best things that you said, was staying protected and protecting your family, because people don't understand that. Like, it ain't like just, oh, I got something on me, I'm protected. Like, no, like, your mindset protects you, your heart protects you, like, using all that. So you gonna be straight, okay? Like, Big Valley is for life. Like, you gonna be straight, gangster talk, period, okay?
Period. Thank you, sis. That really means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And look, I got Tia, I'm about to do Flex. So I'm really getting to know the whole family for real. So I really rock with y'all. And Bianca, shout out to her, because she do her thing. Okay. Like,
yes, period. Bianca, oh my God, yes, that's another person I want to shout out to Bianca. She makes sure we have everything in line. I promise you, without her, without Craig, without Garrett, without Mika, without Davian, without the whole SCMG staff, man, we would not be able to do this without y'all. I want y'all to know we love you. Mika, I love you so much. Davian, I love you so much. Craig, I love you for life. Like, oh my God, I just want y'all to know, just because I want them to know too, like, this pandemic is not breaking us down at all. Like, we're going to be real big soon. Y'all just wait. They know.
That's why we working. Because they know. But you have a blessed day. You continue on your thing. I don't know what you got planned.
Thank you.
Today. but go hard in whatever it is, and we gonna connect. We gonna talk more. Hit me up. I'm always open to
I
talk about
will.
whatever. So definitely
For sure.
don't feel afraid to hit me up. I'm here. Your supporters are here. So you it, girl. You got it. All right.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate you for having me. And I wish nothing but growth and success on your podcast. I hope you get really big and just get into these people's heads and let them know, like, hey, everybody got a sweet spot. Period. Like,
Okay. Thank you. Period. Okay. Bye, baby. I'll talk to you later, y'all.
bye. See you.
I'll see you later. All right. Oh my God, that was so great.